Morning, everybody. This one might be a minute longer. One thing I want to do is give everybody my email, KD as in dog, WARNER, the number 5 at gmail.com. If you would like my perception on any of these points or any point that you may have, feel free to email me. But I'm going to cover something this morning that's just kind of so ambiguous that most people don't really know what's going on. We know we're in the Great Separation. We know that this is all happening, but I don't think people really know what's going on. The Great Separation is really the ascension point. So I'm going to break this down for you in stages so that you can see how it actually plays out energetically and how the division isn't some kind of outer judgment, but a frequency-based natural sorting. And the mechanics of the separation. At the core, the division is not about a physical location. It's about a resonance. Reality is frequency. Each being resonates a band of vibration based on their choices, consciousness, and alignment. Basically, fear versus love, ego versus soul, separation versus unity. Like I've said before, and if you don't know, email me, the Christo spiral, the natural 12-base spiral. This frequency aligns with source, self-love, coherence. It's the eternal life coding, 12-based crystal spiral. It sustains life because it's plugged back into the infinite, where the reality we've been living in is the Fibonacci spiral path. This is the artificial coding that loops. It does birth, growth, decay, and death. It consumes energy instead of generating it. They've been harvesting our loosh. So those who remain locked here are still part of the cycle of forgetting. At the ascension point, these two patterns can no longer overlap. It's like two radio stations on separate frequencies. They simply phase out of one another's reality. The second, how the division actually happens. It's not like a switch that's flipped one instant, although there will be a culmination point. It happens in phases. The energetic sorting, it's your inner field, your thoughts, emotions, intentions, not what you know, not how much you've absorbed and how many rituals and all that. It's your intentions that determine which spiral you resonate with. This sorting is already happening. That's why some people in your life drift away. Basically, they don't even see you anymore. They don't react strongly to your frequency band. The band split. So as the Earth's resonance rises, she's phasing into higher harmonics, a 5D and beyond. Those attuned to that frequency will ride with her. Those who resist stay in the lower band, which will feel increasingly chaotic, extremely heavy, and you're in the lower frequency. You're distorted perception. You're in that separation. The split is first in conscious perception. One group experiences synchronicities, flow, love, clear connection to source. The other experiences collapse, fear, confusion, and dependence on external control system. Eventually, these realities become so different that the interaction just naturally falls away. The final phase is where we phase lock. At Ascension Point itself, sometimes people call it the Great Solar Flash, planetary frequency lock, gridlock shift, whatever you want to call it. The timelines fully diverge. After that, there's no more crossover. It's like two elevators that left the same lobby, but one goes up and the other one goes down. They're simply no longer in the same building of reality. What this feels like? Well, for those that chose the higher road, we no longer get bombarded by the outside frequencies. Once you're in the higher bandwidth, the interference pattern from the artificial grid, the fear programs, the control systems, the distortions from the moon, the MK systems, etc., they can't reach you. They don't operate at a wavelength that high, so your field is, you're out of touch with your field. Your body crystallizes into a higher, more coherent frequency, supported by your dormant DNA activations. This opens perception into unity consciousness, 5D plus. So the separation isn't violent, and it's resonance based. People simply phase into the experience that matches their own frequency. So what this entails for humanity is those ascending step into the higher harmonic earth, regenerative fields, open connection to source, and eternal spiral of growth. Those not ready continue in the decay spiral, facing recycling through the old birth-death loops that they continue in until they choose differently. They're not punished, just on a different path of learning. So in essence, this separation is like a cosmic sorting. But instead of being chosen, you sort yourself by your frequency. Fear keeps you bound to the artificial spiral. Love, self-responsibility, and coherence align you with the Christo spiral. At the ascension point, the two fields no longer overlap, and each soul goes where it resonates or where it's chosen. I know I went real long, but this was real important to get out. It was a big message. Love and light. I hope this helps.